It's Saturday night, and you know what that means. Time for an hour-long special where certain wrestlers fight over championships. But that's not very snazzy. It's not very marketable. I mean, sure, wrestlers do fight over championships in the ring, outside the ring. They do fight. They fight and fight and fight. Fight. But nevertheless, they do fight over these championships, and they just show off their athleticism and their prowess and their toughness and everything, and they want to just entertain the fans and show feats of athleticism that very few can pull off in this athletic line of, sports and entertainment, and just enthrall the crowds. But the only way to market it is to come up with a snazzy name. Okay, let's see. Fighting, battle. Battle's another name for fighting. We could say war, but war's a little bit too on the nose. Battle. There you go. Battle. So we got it. Just need to come up with another thing. Championships. What's another name for championships? I got it. I'm John Renton with my review of AEW Battle of the Belts 3, the best Battle of the Belts under the AEW banner. Let me know your thoughts on this show in the comments, please. Quick history lesson in case you're wondering what Battle of the Belts is. Okay, AEW basically just made it for all championships. The original Battle of the Belts concept was under the NWA and Championship Wrestling from Florida banners. Eddie Graham, unfortunately, had passed away, and these three specials were put on like in 1985. A couple in 86, or was either, like the last one was in late 86, or maybe it was in early 87. I'm trying to remember. I reviewed all three of them, but I reviewed a lot of shit, so you'll forgive me. But the whole point is, while it was a great idea and the championship matches were the main draw, they weren't all for championships, because even though there were a lot of championships, all around, they couldn't do that. Well, AEW has multitudes of championships, almost like Nick Goulas on steroids, or, Adderall, or whatever. But nevertheless, they wanted to have just all championships all the time, and the first two have not been all that great. They've had some moments. They have not been all that great. There's been pacing issues. I think they should have had a fourth championship, quite frankly. Maybe had Jay defend against somebody, because one of the matches shouldn't have gone as long as it did. But Excalibur, Taz, and Tony Schiavone on commentary. Wardlow versus Jay Lethal, Sanjay Dutt, who I'm a big fan of. Sanjay Dutt, major talent in the ring. Great, well-respected. Very underappreciated. His work was quite good, and TNA gave him a lot of goofy shit, and he made it work. And now he's an agent and, well-respected and everything. And then they have Giant Silva Jr., who I know the guy's trying, but he's not any good. So as for the TNT Championship, this is not going to take long to talk about. They have cooled Wardlow off like crazy. They did goofy distraction stuff. We got a post-spot, knee focus. And even though it seemed like Lethal was going to win, he didn't. We get a comeback from Wardlow. He drops the straps, hits one powerbomb, 1, 2, 3. And then we get a beatdown. Wardlow tries to make a comeback. They pull out a table. Giant Silva Jr. chokeslams him through the table, and that's it. You're going to have Giant Silva Jr. versus Wardlow? Oof. And you thought Sid Vicious versus Elegante or Giant Gonzalez, or, well, Elegante was a bad idea. Whew. Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet. But things get better. Hopefully things get better for Wardlow. Thunder Rosa. My fucking goodness, I love me some Thunder Rosa. And she had Toni Storm in her corner. And Jamie Hayter, my goodness, with Britt Baker and Rebel for the AEW Women's Championship. This is coming off their terrific tag team match. It wasn't a tag team championship match, but boy, they fought like it was for a goddamn championship. Toni Storm and Thunder Rosa against Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter. One of the best matches I've seen all year. They went all out like crazy, and these two put on a pretty damn good match. I think the distraction spots took away from it, and that's just my opinion. I know the whole point is you gotta have a heel cheat, you gotta do all this stuff, but it felt like anytime like momentum got going, oh, let's have Tony and Britt do some stuff. Like, Jamie and Rosa are two superb athletes. Jamie's rising up, hits like a goddamn tank. Thunder Rosa, great, has improved her work so dramatically, in just the last few years alone, has gotten better and better. She's earned every bit of success she's gotten. And they crafted a good match here. It's just, it got a little bit busy, but once it just got focused on them, we got poor Aubrey having to be distracted a little bit too often. I love Aubrey Edwards, but we did get a vicious brainbuster for 2. Tony at one point, is attacking Britt, and then we got DDT on the floor. And Thunder Rosa kept coming back and eventually got a third roll-up. 1, 2, 3. Good stuff. The right woman won. I'm so happy Thunder Rosa's reign continues. I hope it continues after All Out. I think just give her more challengers, give her better feuds, because she can work with anybody. She can work with anybody, and I really just hope Thunder Rosa gets more of a chance to shine. And that being said, her and Jimmy Hayter crafting a good match here. So, Dynamite card rundown for Quake by the Lake, where we're going to use rockets to lift us up to the next ledge. Oh wait, no, that's just Quake on a lake. So anyway, Caprice Coleman joins commentary, so is Regal. Claudio taking on Takeshita. That's all I'm going to say because I can't pronounce Claudio's last name. And I can barely get Takeshita's last name correct. ROH Championship match. I'm not going to get into a long, detailed description of this except to say, bravo, very, very well done. World title match closing the goddamn show. These two really just went balls to the wall, started hot, and then after Takeshita hit his back on the apron, Claudio focused on it, kept beating on, got a big gut wrench off the top. That was some pretty good stuff. And then the giant swing, blue thunderbomb though by Takeshita. Soon after that, got a 2 count. Some close near falls here, some really good stuff. There was that, big old knee strike or whatever. He just almost got it, and no, the German and the lariat, which sounds like the pit and the pendulum in a different, environment. 1, 2, and then the brainbuster for 2, that Rana for 2, but then Claudio cut him with a DVD, hit some elbows, and then hit the Ricola bomb, and 1, 2, 3, and there you go. Claudio gets the victory, retains the ROH Championship, but I gotta say this, him and Takeshita crafted a good match. It's like, considering that he's on excursion, he's good. He is good. There is no doubt about that. I've had to eat some grand. I don't care for some of the shit that he did in DDT Pro that I've seen some clips of. But is the guy talented? Oh, fuck yeah, he's talented. Oh, he's good. He is really good. He has really shown off on his excursion into the U.S. All over. All over the goddamn place. All over AEW programming, all over the indies. He's done great work. So, overall, pretty entertaining show for an hour. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.